Islands, the manager received a call that a guest had checked out early. He asked a staff member named Adam to go clean the room. Just as Adam was finishing the cleaning, he noticed the guest had left some clothes behind. Curious, he opened the closet. Inside, he found a male corpse curled up in a corner. This was already the second victim discovered in the same hotel. Local police soon requested help from the Behavioral Analysis Unit. Both victims had been tied up and sexually assaulted before death. In the end, they had died from suffocation. Cases involving strong young men being sexually assaulted and murdered were rare, and both crimes had occurred in the same hotel. Naturally, the hotel staff became the first group of suspects. Because of the murders, the hotel's business had already plummeted. At the same time, it was spring break, and college students from all over the country had come to the islands for parties and vacations. If the killer was hiding among the students, he could easily disappear once the holiday ended. So, the profiling team needed to solve the case before the parties ended. They quickly flew to the crime scene. During the flight, Garcia sent them new information. Because the hotel environment was so chaotic, local police had collected over 100 different DNA traces from the crime scene, but most of them belonged to random guests and were impossible to trace. They were useless for solving the case. Investigators also found no connection between the two victims. They didn't attend the same school. Many students had checked into the hotel without registering. To save money, several people often squeezed into one room together. That made it extremely difficult to find common ground between the victims or build a clear chain of evidence. Moreover, the act of sexual assault alone could not determine the killer's sexual orientation. In fact, in cases where men are sexually assaulted and murdered, the sense of power and control through violence often matters more than sexual preference. The profiling team split up to investigate. Rossi, Reed, and Morgan went to the hotel. The manager was very cooperative and voluntarily handed over the employee list and surveillance footage. When they examined the room where the body had been found, they reached an important conclusion. Either the victim had consensually allowed himself to be tied up, or there had been two killers working together. After the murder, the killer had called room service for cleaning. By doing so, the housekeeping staff unknowingly wiped away many traces of the crime. At the same time, it ensured that the body would be discovered sooner. Comparing the first case with the second, the killer's methods had clearly become more skilled, which meant one thing: he would likely look for another victim very soon.